I built an entire city in 99 nights, complete with houses, citizens, and so much more. But that's not even the craziest part, because at one point we had 200 cultists flooding the city all at the exact same time. So the question becomes, how do you actually build a city in 99 nights? I mean, we got a decent base here, and the answer is, I don't even know. We're just gonna have to do it together. But the first thing I definitely know I want is a town hall, which I want to be circular, but this will be just the start of the absolute massive city that we are going to be building. The first thing that I think will be amazing is a tower, so that from the center of the city you can look out at everything that we're going to be building. All right, we have officially completed our tower. If I go all the way down, you can see just how high this goes, and when you make it to the top, you can jump up here to the top of the tower and look any direction. We also want an oil drill so we can get a ton of oil. And there we go. So ignore the trees for right now. We'll move those, but we have a nice center hub, but it's not really a city. This just kind of looks like a good base, but it gets so much better because the next thing we need are roads, because how can you have a city without roads? And to do that, oh, we are going to need so much wood. It's not even funny. I decided to get about 4,000. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know if it will be, but there's just one problem. We need to make this look like an actual city. I've gotten so good at this, I can do it while walking at full speed. Oh, wait, hold up, made a mistake. Okay, let's check out this amazing base we have so far. We have an entire city layout. No way, no way. Day 99 in 466 minutes. Almost 8 hours on this base so far. Absolutely insane. I'm gonna need more wood too. I'm not even kidding. I need more wood. Okay, we're officially on day 2. Yeah, we got a little bit of a situation here. Am I dying? Okay, I don't know how they found me. Oh no, I revived in the... Oh, nice cultist. Nice cultist. Look at back there. They're like building some kind of mecha cultist. What? Bro, how? And why are you flying? What the what? There's one all the way up here. We've got like New York with how they're all stacked on top of each other. Let's try to place some defensive blueprints. Kind of like that. Hey, that actually worked. Oh, great. They're already broken. Wait a second. Using my 11 impact grenades, let's see if we can make a dent in this monstrosity we got going on over here. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Start throwing the grenades. I'm just throwing a whole bunch. Oh, dude, they're all exploding. Oh, it's actually working. Dude, look at all the cultists we killed. The cultists don't explode. Oh, what the what? Yo, what? What? Look at that dude is in 3D space, 4 dimension. Bro, it's so much. All right, we have oil for like 3 whole countries. And then we have 2, I promise you, that cannot die. No matter how much I hit them, their health always goes back up. They are our first 2 citizens. Actually, first 3 citizens. This is Ricardo. I think we finally cleaned up most of the cultists. Oh, what the what? No! Ricardo got unstuck. Ricardo, my buddy. We've been friends for like 5 minutes. Don't make me do this. Ricky and Fred are so civil and so peaceful. I'm sorry, Ricky. Oh, I'm sorry, Ricardo. You were my somewhat friend, but it had to end like this. Okay, I think I got all the pieces. So now if I just hold F and we just see... Oh, wow. That was fast. Our trees are cut down, and we have another 4,300 wood to work with. The number one thing that really classifies a city as a city is the fact that a bunch of people are living in it. It's not really a city yet, which means we're gonna need citizens. And before we get citizens, we're gonna need houses for them to live in. Okay, we got our 200 shelves, and now let's build our houses. And this makes our first houses frame. So the next thing we need to do is fill this all with shelves. And with this, the house is not complete, but definitely filled with shelves. We have now hollowed out our house, and it has a roof. Now tell me you wouldn't want to live here, right? All right, same thing right here. And we have all 4 houses built, but they're very empty and very... Why is there a hole in the wall? What the what? All right, someone get mad playing video games, but... Oh, that's the door. All right, so now that we're out of there, we're gonna need to decorate them and make them actually livable. So the first thing for houses, you obviously need beds. And we'll put it in the far corner from the door. Feel like that matches it the best. We could put a painting right above the bed like that of a mouse's house. Yeah, I don't know why anyone's painting that, but that's a mouse's house right there. So we can have a living room area. Then we can put a table in the center. And I have cups for everybody. We have our toy shelf with actual toys on it. The raccoon's mouth, it looks like it's taped shut. I don't know why that is. I guess he found out government secrets or something. Now let's grab some fairy light singles. Okay, so we got lighting throughout. We have a living room, a toy shelf, a nice bedroom-ish thing, and a nice dining table. Yo, I actually like this first house. This is pretty cool. So let's also decorate the other 3 houses. We gotta be different. We gotta be smart with how we do this. This room, I actually want this to be a little bit more basic. All right, so we got a more basic bedroom. We got the cultist on the wall, a bed, basketball, nice little eating area, and a bench. Nothing too crazy, but a nice house for somebody to live in. So now let's head over to where we will have the 2 other cultists. I have a good idea. Because they're cultists, we can put a deer trophy in here. And then, because this person likes trophies, we can also use the wolf head and put that right next to the bookshelf like this. And why not? He can have a little birdhouse as well. He has a little pet bird. And if you guys didn't know, I actually have a pet bird in real life. So let's head over to our last house. And then we'll be able to fill them with actual cultists. And with this, we have all 4 houses complete. Except for the fact that we don't even actually have any cultists. Like, this is kind of sad. There's nobody in here but me. This is pretty lonely. So I actually now am gonna have to somehow trap 4 cultists, 1 in each house, and make this their brand new home. Now I remember there was a church building somewhere around this area. Here's a cultist. We got 1 already. And here is the actual building. We got three cultists here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna bring back the melee cultists first, just because they have, I think, a faster walking speed, or at least they're more likely to follow me like they're doing right now. Oh, and we have the deer on us. Okay, took care of the elf wolf. Flashlight out. Get that working. Get away, sir. You just keep leading him back. Just keep leading him back. This is a very difficult. I gotta take a side entrance into the city without going too deep into it, but at least they're following me. We got 3 of them actually. I don't need 3 of you guys. I only need 2. Okay, there we go. We only have 2 following us now. We're back at the city. We're near the city limits. 10 seconds till daytime. They're almost to the city. So, oh, there's a wolf. No, please don't kill me. Dude, I have so many blueprints. If you kill me, it's over. Okay, I'm still alive. Furniture trader's back. What has he got? 2 legendaries again? What in the world is this? All right, I'm very low though. I cannot let them hit me. I need to somehow trap them in the house, but my HP is like 2.5. I'm gonna have to pull some like pro gamer move right here to like lead them into the house. Bam, jump around, block him off. Did we get it? I think we got it. I think we got him. Let's go. Okay. All right. We got, he's checking out this light. This guy just loves the wall. He's just really dazzled by the detail of the wall. You know what I'm talking about? It's almost like he's in I'd turn around if I were you. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this very carefully. I need to extract one of the cultists while the other one stays. So if I do something like this, where I pick up the wall and I have only one of them chase me, I get his attention. No, the other one walked out. Oh, no way. I got one stuck outside by accident. That's perfect. He took some damage, but that's all right. We'll just try to put him in his house right here. All right. I can't really see anything. Place this. Is it good enough? It's not. It's not. It's not. He's not really stuck. Okay, man. All right. I have an idea. We're going to place a wall like this, so he's definitely not getting out. We're going to come in from behind, get his attention, and replace the wall super fast. Okay, let's get his attention. Using Mr. Cultist. Okay, he saw me, I think. Place that. He should be in the house. He should be in the house now. And then we can pick up our walls right here and quickly fix it. Make it look nice. There we go. Is he in? He's in. Hey, he's even looking at his photo with his buddy. Nah, he's actually like walking around. And then we got his friend over here in his house. Where's he at? Oh, he is back in the corner. Man, you really like that wall. It is. These pixels really mesmerize you, huh? I think you like it. So now we need to get some red cultists. Okay, we're almost back to the base. It's going pretty normal. Yo, is he stuck? Yo, no chance you got stuck. You can jump, right? Right. I really hope you can jump. No way. Oh, wait. Please. Okay, that's not great. I think I might actually got him stuck. Okay, well, he's pretty much stuck in there. I don't know how to get him out, so we're gonna have to go find another one. Oh, wait, he's moving. Yes, yes, he jumped out. Yes. All right, now follow me this way, sir. We're so close. Okay, now get him in here. Yes. Now I just need to place the log wall, and thankfully he doesn't really chase me that hard. So he is now in his house. Welcome to your new prison. House. Oh, look, he's already taken interest in it. Yeah, dude, you got all these statues and all that. Welcome to your new home. Prison. Home. Come on. Get in. Okay, he's kind of in. I need to somehow not die during this process. Is he good? I think we got it just barely at like 1 HP. Yeah. He's in there. There we go. Let's go. Let me get the safety real quick up on top of the tower. And now we can go look at our complete houses. We have... Dude, why are you staring at this wall? What is it about this wall? Okay, at least you're not sniffing it anymore. And then we got him. Oh, he loves the wall too. Okay, great. It's spreading. Where is the other one? Okay, he's also looking at the wall. Please tell me you're not looking at a wall. What is with you people and walls, man? All right, well, at least they have their homes. They can use them all they want. But the thing is, we don't have any food for the citizens. Me personally, I have enough stew to go years, but they have no food, which means next we need to build them a farm. All right, I got a whole ton of blueprints for the things that we need, but let's start out with our farm plots, how we want to space them. I want to keep them kind of away from the corners and spaced just like this, and we'll do one last line right here, and then boom, this makes it so we have all of our farm plots placed nice and evenly, and there's a walkway going down the center. We could have a colorful fairy light arch right here coming in. Wait, a stone bridge. We can make it so like there's water blocking your path. You have to cross over the bridge, and then you don't enter into a farm per se, but a garden. So we could do a hedgerow right here, almost there, and that gives a very nice border to the farm. So on top of the hedgerows, we can add things like bush planters. Hey, and our farm is now growing in. Look at this. This actually is looking a lot more like a farm now. And then if you want to rest, we have some benches that we're gonna place along the side right here. Oh wait, I have an idea too. We can like make a pathway just like this, and then it's sectioned off and it leads to the garden. Bro, all right, I need to stop cooking right now. We can also add some lights for nighttime. Look at that view, man. That's awesome. But now we can work on the garden. We're gonna use trellis fences for this, and we're gonna start it like this. I think we should paint it green. Maybe that would blend in really nice. Oh, hello, Pelt Trader. Oh, look where he spawns, perfectly in between the garden and the farm. Nice. So let's go ahead and paint this to match the green setting we're trying to make. There we go. Okay, that looks actually a little bit better. Now we just gotta fill this thing in with as much as we have. Oh, I just realized, dude, I have wheelbarrows. Oh, we're placing that down by the farm 100% just like this. That really adds to the farm look. I'm just gonna be placing kind of at random, kind of not. I want it to look like a nice arrangement of flowers. It looks natural that you could just kind of explore. Okay, I just finished the farm and garden. This thing is insane. Let's look at it from the first person. Just coming into the farm. Look at this view. We have nice benches off to the side. Nice little bridge with some water, bushes, flowers, farms, everything. And this guy's in my way. But if we shimmy past him, we enter into the beautiful garden with a pathway where you can go left or right. We'll go to the left. You see all these beautiful flowers, a birdhouse even. You can see a nice well with a bunch of really cool light up mushrooms, which look better in the dark, but because I'm not in my base, there we go. Now it looks way better. But because the base is so huge, I'm not even in my base anymore. We got a bunch more flowers over here, a nice canopy, birdhouse, flowers, mushrooms, a bunch of stuff I left on the floor. Everything you could ever want, it is in here. Absolutely amazing what we managed to do with this. If I get a nice overhead view, just look at this. Not the stuff I left on the floor, but look at the garden. It's full of so much stuff, and the farm looks pretty, but actually realistic. Now, here's what's interesting. I don't want to just feed people vegetables, but what does provide a lot of hunger is stew. It's how I've been surviving pretty much this entire time. And so, I'm actually going to build what I'm calling an industrial cooker, which you've probably never seen before, but you can actually use it in your own runs if you'd like. We're going to place it on top of a gazebo because I think that's honestly going to look really cool. Place a crock pot in the center. Now, if you want to do this for yourself, you don't need the gazebo. This is just for looks. And then we place wood rain storages around the crock pot. It creates this almost funnel-like shape right into the crock pot. So if you are doing some regular run, this is enough. But I'm building a city, so we're gonna need a lot of food. So I'm gonna extend it even further like this. Place some on the corners as well on the first level. There we go. This is where we are gonna be making our stew. And there we go. I can just climb up here, bam, drop all the food, go back to the farm. So let's go get some food. Just grabbing all the stuff from the farms and hold F to dump everything into the funnel, and it starts making stew for us. But we haven't really used up all the space, and that's because we are going to be making storage. This is where we are going to be putting all the stew that we end up making. Now what I'm actually thinking, instead of turning pumpkins into stew, we can put them in storage as well, because they give pretty much just the same amount of stew. And so throughout the video, we're going to be filling this up with an absolute ton of food. So I wonder what that's going to look like in the end. Well, I'm going to fill one shelf to start us out. I think that's 9 stews. So that is our industrial cooker. We have this section of the entire city done. We have houses, we have a cooker, we have a garden, and a farm. Bro, this is actually looking insane. Look at this. And we have the tower in the center. I kind of forget about this thing, but it's still so cool to see. We have one more problem. The cultists who are living inside of their houses, although they're absolutely obsessed with walls, they need jobs. We can't have them staring at the wall all day, literally. So we need to build a police station and a hospital. So, how do you build a police station? That's a good question, because I don't know. But what I do know is that I have been gathering a whole bunch of stuff which we will need. Now, I want it to be in this section of the city, so we need to somehow find a way to split this down the middle. And with this, we've now separated it. So we have 2 equal sides. Actually, it looks really cool. And I think we're going to use 4 for the police side and only 3 for the hospital side. So we'll do something similar over here, just like that. Okay, so now let's actually go get all of our gear and bring it over here. I have 23 pieces of cake. That's insane. So we'll just go ahead and drop the cake right here. Boom, there we go. 2 shelves with a bunch of cake. Not full, but hey, this actually looks pretty nice. This looks like a place you would go to get healed in 99 nights. This also reminds me of the fact that if I had teammates, you best believe that my teammate would just do that really fast. Oh wait, I just did that. Okay, there we go. I restacked them. But now let's actually go grab all of our stuff for our police station. And don't worry, this is not it for the hospital. I'm just moving the items right now. This is some insane police gear. Oh wait, I forgot. The riot shield. This thing will finally have a use. It'll make my base look cool as a piece of furniture. That's the only thing this thing is useful for. Mythic police gear. I don't know why I said mythic, but it's very, very nice police gear. Now I want to lay out all the rifles we have on one table. That would look really cool. All right, this will be our last one. But there we go. All of our rifles all on one table. We've got armor, ammo, more ammo, rifles that are going to kill me, riot shield, tactical shotgun, thorn body, appropriate carpet color. What more could you need? Well, I'll show you. We're also going to be putting a wolf head for the sake of the fact that they're police. You know, they're like the wolves. They are loyal and they have really long teeth. I'm also thinking for the police station, we should have a meeting table for them. We'll also put a bunch of bookshelves back here for all the records that the police keep. And then I had a really, really cool idea. I'm gonna put a ton of cloth frames all around. If I take my paintbrush and we get a nice shade of blue, oh, like this is police blue right here. And then I get a nice shade of red. We have blue and red for the police station. But for the most important part of the police station, I actually have a VIP guest coming in to be our first officer. And that is my boy Kevin. My boy Kevin, the best police officer known to man. Well, really the best man known to man. I actually have an idea. Would this make the meeting room look better if I had a bunch of bookshelves like this? Because we have a bunch on the other wall. And so it kind of makes it more secluded. I actually kind of like this. Hold on. Let me move these back a little bit because the spacing sucks. Yeah, actually this does make it look nicer. Okay, and then we have this section and this section. Planning and then action. And you know my boy Kevin is in action. I got a beautiful idea. This lightning rod will act as the police antenna antenna so they can intercept radio signals and receive them and all that. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. But with that, our police station is now done. Look at this. We got a meeting room. Very nice. And then we have all the armor, ammo, guns, and elite gear that you need, as well as an elite class specimen, Kevin himself. So now let's go finish the hospital side. When I think of hospital, I think of hospital beds. And oh, here's what we got to do first. Our cloth frames. This really upgraded the police side. So we're going to be doing it on this side as well. And there we go. The hospital looks just a little bit better with some nicer colors. I just got to figure out what we could do for beds. Maybe we can do something like this where we have tables kind of mushed together as beds. And then, oh, I'm an absolute Albert Einstein genius. Okay, I need like 2 more tables, but what we have are pillows, and you put a big fat pillow right here, and you've got hospital beds. I love this game, bro. They need to make it so that anybody can place stuff on top of stuff. And then what else is in hospitals? We have beds, and then we have reception desks. Okay, so like at the very front, and then we'll put a fishbowl on the reception desk just because that seems to fit for hospitals. Then we'll put a couple chairs for the receptionists, and this is where we need the vase. Oh, we need them big fancy who knows what in the world vase for the hospital reception desk. That's what we need right there, because if your loved one is dying, you at least get a look at a very purple vase. I mean, isn't it just so like purple and all that? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, and we have a writable sign too. We're gonna put that right up here. Out for lunch. Don't die yet. Bro, that is perfect. Very nice. And with that, we have our hospital and our police stations both fully complete. Look what we've got so far. This is literally a city. You see that like dotted line around the base? All right, I just survived another overnight. We're on day almost 1500, that's cool. But this time, I actually have a new strategy for taking care of the cultists. So if I just come up to the door of the city, we can go into free cam and take a look at... What the what? Why are the what the what? Why are they just stuck there? They're stuck in their spawn positions and they haven't moved. They're like some kind of military assignment. They're just perfectly in order. Okay, that's new. What that allows me to do is go to my secret hiding spot, which now they're moving. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the party. Have fun. Go into zero gravity, all that. Hello, floating guy. I will see you later. Have fun going wherever you're going. We can just shoot down from up here and hopefully get a good amount of the cultists. What the what? Yo, there's a Superman cultist. He almost just jumped up here to kill me. Okay, I just ran out of ammo. I'm actually gonna have to go down there and do the rest by spear. This is actually working really well. They're all in slow-mo because of all the lag, so it makes it ridiculously easy to just take them out all in groups. All right, the lag is starting to calm down. I don't see any cultists right now, but there's probably only a handful left, like this guy right here. And with this, our entire base is now clear of cultists, but now we have 30 forest gems and 142 cultist gems. Before I got off the game, I decided we are going to build, or rather use, a very rich person's house. I already set up the beginning of the pathway last night, where if we come to the south side of the city, we have the start of a pathway. I didn't want to build it off camera, where we can make our way all the way over here to this patio, and then the same thing where we have another pathway that's gonna go right to the stairway here, which will allow us to have this be the rich person's house. Now it's kind of empty, but that's a good thing because now we can actually deck it out and make it look really nice with furniture. Okay, so let's start building the first pathway, and there we go. That leads us right into the house. Very nice, but we also want that second hallway over here going all the way to this side. And with this, we now have both pathways pathways, making it, and it turned dark. Okay, now it is day, and we can see the city now connect to this person's house. Bro, this is an actual city. I mean, look at it. We have some empty space, like in these two triangle areas. We'll fill those out. But this is... I knew what I was gonna do when I started, but it just looks so much different when you actually see it. So we're gonna have to figure out a nice backyard area for the rich guy. Oh, he even has his own pond, bro. Rich people problems. You gotta take care of your fish pond. And we gotta figure out something for this triangle right here, which, as you can see, I'm probably gonna do something with these oil barrels because I have 5,000 of them. And then we have one more area over here. And who knows, we might even use this as another rich person. Bro, wait, hold up. I'm actually gonna do that. Before we decorate this rich person's house, let's go set up the other rich person's house. The 2 billionaires who live in our city. All right, let's see. We could do something right here and then just have the walls going all the way over. So we're gonna block off a little bit of this patio just like this so you can still see out of it, but no one is going to be getting in. And then if I zoom out, now we have a second rich person's house. Rich person house number 1, rich person house number 2, everything in the middle. Bro, all right, let's do this, man. All right, let's get it done. I'm actually getting a little emotional, dude. I've been working on this thing. This is day 3 now, and it looks so cool. Okay, let's start with decorating the inside of rich person house number 1, and then we'll do the backyard. And we have so much room to work with. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but we're gonna figure out a way. Now, first things first is that I know there used to be a table right here, but we're gonna make it a nicer table. And to do that, we're gonna start right here and place 3 of them connecting like this, and then grab our chairs and do as we usually do. Then we can grab our cloche thing and have this be for a family feast. Put it in the center, just like that. And like all good builds, you have to have these giant, weird purple, expensive vases because you just kind of have to. It's the rules around here. Oh, wait, we have street lanterns and a lot of them. We could do something on the outside that would look pretty cool, like a street lantern. Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. I was just on my way to your grandpa's birthday. All right, I actually like the street lantern out here. Oh, what? We have a bunch of plates too. We could put some plates around, and then we can have more of a kind of living room table back here. Then we'll put benches all around. We can put a lantern on the center. And there we go. It actually looks kind of cozy. I think I want to focus on the room. I have an idea. We could put bean bags in here. So this could be a really like relaxed area. We'll put a nightstand for the bed, and the bedroom's a little small, so I think that's the most we could do in this room. And then finally, we have more of a utility room back here. So we'll just go ahead and start by lighting it up. One in this corner and one right here. I have a mushroom couch. Actually, you know what? Let's use clownfish couches. I have so many of those. And then there's not really much else we could place. And then you know what? We can actually use these shelves as actual shelves and put some stew on them. And hello, Mr. Wolf. Thank you for interrupting. So now we have the inside of the rich person's house all nice and done. Much better than what it looked like before. And now for the real fun part, which is going to be the backyard. So I have a bunch of these tilted canopies, and what I want to do is make a kind of really cool looking backyard area that'll be just like this. So we could have a picnic blanket right in the center. We could have plant lanterns coming out of each of the lush canopy legs, but we have 4 plant lanterns converging on a picnic blanket and an alpha wolf trying to bite my toes. Oh, and there's alpha deer. Bro, I can never get 2 seconds of rest in my own base. We also have hedgerows, so I can do something cool with these where I could like put them on the edges of the lush canopy walls, and then that makes kind of an enclosure area. We even got our own pet bunny rabbit who's trying to escape, but oh, we have 2 bunny rabbits. No way. Oh, he actually escaped. You didn't see that. There we go. We got a nice, dude, this is sick. This is a rich person's backyard if I've ever seen one. There's another dog. Bro, leave me alone. And here's the deer. Excuse me, Mr. Deer, you can't catch me up. Oh, he can absolutely catch me up there. I'm out. Oh, what we could do too is put a well right here. Rich people like wells. They have 2 wells because they're just that rich. We can also put some log benches to sit down, and it's on the roof. We can also kind of make it a little bit more closed off with some fences that make a nice segment. So this part of the backyard is one section, and this part of the backyard is another section. And then we have actually a secret section back here that I didn't realize I had, but we still gotta make this one look a little bit better. Like I want to fill this with something. We could have a gazebo. We could have a double gazebo, and then a 3rd gazebo, and then a 4th 4th gazebo because we're rich. Can you paint these things? Maybe you can. They look like they'd be paintable. I hope they are. Oh, you can paint them. Oh, well, I was actually kind of expecting you not to be able to, but I guess you can. Okay. What color should we do? Probably we'll do a nice green. There we go. But then we can put fairy lights on each of the corners. And there's another dog trying to bite my toe. And then we can put more on top and stack them, which will be even cooler. Make it even taller. Dude, this is insane. All right, I have an idea for the roof. We have so many shelves left over that we're gonna do a shelf roof, and this is just gonna be some crazy patio. All right, look at this. I don't even know what this is. It's a very covered patio. So you know what? We're actually gonna make an opening to our picnic area. Get rid of this well. Then we can put some hedgerows going straight to the stairway. There we go, and it's a nice little walkway coming up here from our picnic area. I'm gonna put some mossy fences up against the house just because I feel like that would make the house feel a little bit more like a farm-ish kind of thing, like more greenery. We could put more trellis fences on top of the ones we already have. And there's another dog. All right, and just like this, now has more of an entryway coming in. We're also gonna put fences around the lake. Oh, I have an idea. We could put a well somewhere around the lake because that would kind of seem to make sense. Water and water. We have dark blue water where the fish live, and then water that's probably actually drinkable. We can add some shrubs as well on top of rocks because that's totally how that works. Wait, I have an idea. If I grab wooden tables and I just kind of lay them out, we're gonna do it like this and just attach them, and then we could put picnic blankets on it, bro, and then it looks like actual picnic benches. Dude, this is sick. This is actually like a real picnic blanket area, and then we could take more of our log benches and then we could put them right here. Very nice. A picnic area for rich people. Okay, we're done with most of the big stuff. We've got a nice lake fishing area here, picnic area, added some more decoration to this place, and then for the area that leads back here, this is where we have a more secluded and private area where we have our gravestone for a loved one who passed away in the rich person's family, and then we're gonna add some stuff in here as well. So what does this look like from the camera view? Yeah, this looks way better. Remember, this was empty not too long ago. For now, we gotta decorate this because it is not even close to done. We have so much stuff right here. So we're just gonna be kind of littering these decorations all around the build, making them look kind of as natural as we possibly can. And then we have flowers, bro. Flowers out the wazoo. We gotta do something with these. We could have a little flower garden back here. Just try to place these again in more of a random sporadic pattern, and then mix in other flowers so it really looks like a flower garden and not a grocery store's flower aisle. Even put a bush planter and a bird house. We got so many bird houses. And then I'm also gonna scatter some lanterns all over the place to make sure that everything is nice and lit up. We also have mushrooms. These would look pretty cool in a garden area, so maybe we could put them back here. And then I know we have the absolute huge ones, like these big red ones as well, so we can do something like that. And we have even more flowers that we could gather inside of here. Then we have a picnic hamper. We could put this right in the center, and we have one more, so we could put that in the center of this picnic table. Very nice. We also have a ton of bush planters, so we can just scatter these throughout as well. We have so many bush planters. We can make a wall of them, just kind of lining this empty area right here. And then we can have some over here as well. Dude, we have so many of these. And there we go. Bro, look, it just makes everything so much nicer, man. It's so much more full and lively and vibrant. I'm just trying to use like everything possible that we have, because when you do that, it ends up looking really good. Just really good. If you try to make a purpose for everything, it looks fantastic. Like I got 18 roses. You wanna know what we're doing with these? We're gonna make a second row of stuff right here, right next to the bush. All right, this is getting old. You guys need to come up with something new. Yo, I'm about to die. Yo, I'm actually about to die. Yo, I'm actually about to die. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. How is this dog so smart? All right, got a bunch of roses now lining these bush planters. Okay, the backyard is now done. Entering in here, we have our lake, our picnic area. We have a whole bunch of flowers and bush planters, 3 bird houses. Coming back here, we have the more luxurious backyard where we have plants everywhere. We have a nice secluded picnic area. It's also dark. Expect a dog to show up out of nowhere. Coming up to our massive patio where you can overlook the city. Can't see much because it's night. But then finally, we have the more secluded area back here where we have a loved one who passed away who was part of the rich person's family, an owl that likes to spy on people, a dog again, and a whole bunch of different plants and things. And if we look at this overhead, it is actually insane. Just look at how amazing this is. Picnic area, lake, and then you could just tell how much detail is in here. So the next thing we're going to work on is this area, which is going to be storage. Because right here we have food storage, which we're going to be filling up. And so over here we can have even more storage for anything else, including oil barrels. So now that we have a whole ton of stews, let's actually fill out this before we make the next storage area. So we'll just kind of fling these on the shelves. All right, so we're not 100% complete, but we have filled out a lot of this with stew now. So later we'll have to fill out the rest. But for now, let's figure out how to make some storage with these oil barrels, because bro, it is a lot of oil. One thing we can do actually is put a bunch of shelves right next to each other, just like this, and then we stack them on top of each other like this, like a giant tower. Will be enough room to store it. I think there's 9 oil barrels per shelf. I don't know what in the world is happening with all this, but just kind of spamming the oil barrels on the shelves and see if we can fill all of them. Dude, we have so much oil. This might not even be enough. Look at this. We're already filling it out very nicely. Dude, look at this. We have an oil barrel tower and we still have an entire lake full, and this, well, that I have in my sack, there we go. That's what we have left. So we're gonna make this even bigger. Okay, let's see if we can fill out this with oil barrels, because we still have so many. So I guess we just start doing this and it fills it up for us. Yep, it's just filling up. Okay, cool. So that's starting to get filled. Dude, we actually might not, we might have more oil barrels than this can even fit still. And it's huge. Well, I guess we just gotta keep trying. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Just see if we can fill this out and see what happens. All right. Yeah, dude, it's almost done. It's almost done. This is insane. All right, I think that's all of our oil barrels picked up. Now I'll just keep putting them on the shelves. That top shelf isn't full. Okay, so we actually don't have enough, but we can definitely get more than enough later on. I mean, we're continuously making oil barrels. It is close to full though, and it is so much oil, dude. So I think next we have to figure out something else that we could put in this storage area. All right, and this is where we can store a whole bunch of wood. Let me pick this up. All right, so while these trees are growing, let's go work on the second rich person's house. Now this one's gonna be way easier simply because of the fact he doesn't have a massive backyard. I didn't really take into account the fact that there would be this triangular space, but hey, we used it very nicely. So let's figure out what we can do on the inside here. I don't want to make it a copy paste. So let's start by lighting this place up. We can put fairy lights in the corner, and there's a dog. You can't have a rich person house without a dog trying to kill you. You know what? Maybe the rich person bought a dog to get intruders out, and I am an intruder. Why are there two? What I want to do is a different style dining table, still in the same area, where it's made out of these wood stumps, and even the seats are made out of wood stumps. And we still have an absolute ton of these clownfish couches. So what I actually want to do is create a living room area around where the fireplace is, which means we're actually going to have to move our dining table. There we go. All right, so this looks pretty different from the last house. And now we have the 2 rooms. So we gotta figure out what to put in here. We could put a nice little couch, a mushroom couch. I think that's the last one that I have. We could put a cup right here. Oh, this could be the person's desk, like a working desk. So let's actually grab some chairs. We'll grab a chair and put it right here. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Okay, so this is the person's desk where they work at. And there's another dog, whatever, doesn't matter. And I'm gonna just put a bunch of cups because it reminds me of when I was a kid, how I'd leave cups everywhere. I think we're good. There's not too much room to work with. We have one last room. We can honestly just have this be like a storage closet, because that is kind of what it is right now. There we go. A stew storage. That makes total sense. And we will leave it at that. So we have this house entirely filled out now. Our city is super filled out. We have so much stuff. We can actually finish the wood storages now. We have the rich person's house, the craziest house. But next, we have this area right here. Okay, I just built a frame of the next next, building. Now you might be wondering, what in the world is this? And why is this shed in the middle of here? Well, the shed was an accident, but actually it ended up being a happy accident because this is about to be our city's restaurant. Here is the main dining hall. This is pretty much the main entrance into the dining hall. And then this back area, I like that it actually has to be narrow because this is the hallway into the kitchen where you'll make all kinds of food and bring it out for the guests. And just like all restaurants, we have this really weird hallway that makes people bump into each other and drop everything. Okay, so we want to start out with tables. And so what we could do is have a row of them, kind of just like this. We'll go ahead and use 4. And then we'll get our wooden chairs out. And of course, do 4 chairs per table. Actually, 3 for these people because, you know, if I put a chair down here and this is your view, you're just staring at other people's feet. Now, we also want to incorporate some actual wooden tables with stump tables. And then we'll grab our log stools. And then finally, for our last row of tables, we will use the... Wait, do I only have one? Wait a second. Do I only have one of those? Uh-oh. We're just gonna have to hope the furniture trader comes by soon, and then we can continue. But for now, we have our benches. We'll put them around the table, and then we'll fill this out when we get more tables. Oh, we can also put up paintings finally. Yeah, let's do this. We'll do a painting up there. But we have more. We have a landscape one this time. We'll put it up there. What is that? Actually, I don't think I've seen that one before. That's the fairy's house. Why do I have a picture of the fairy's house? Who painted this? What kind of stalker painted this? We're also gonna put a sign out front, but not putting anything on it just yet. I'm not sure what I want to name this. For the stump tables, let's put flower vases in the center. Then now we just gotta spam cups and plates everywhere. We should also put some stone pillars out front. I think that would look pretty cool. But now let's work on the kitchen. This is where everything's gonna be made, all the food and all that stuff. So I don't really have any tables right now, so I'm gonna go work on some other stuff until the furniture trader comes back. Now we're gonna do something really crazy. I'm gonna try to light up the roads using lanterns, basically alternating between these gray ones and these red ones, going throughout the entire city. I have like almost 200 of these. All right, I just finished this entire walkway, and we've got lanterns, alternating colors going all the way down. Pretty cool. What does it look like overhead though? Oh yeah, that makes it look way better. Oh, I'm about to die. Hold on. Oh, the furniture trader is back too, so we can get our gray brick tables that we need. All right, just finished another small walkway, and now let's connect them. And there we go. Okay, so we now have... Oh, I cannot see a thing, but we now have this entire way done, this entire way done as well, and then connecting back to the center. And why am I dying? It's a dog. It's another dog. I am about to make a dog-hating fan club. Not regular dogs, not real-life dogs, but the alpha wolves in particular. Okay, I finally got some tables. Oh, and by the way, check out the sickest view on planet Earth. With all these lights now illuminating the paths, it makes sense that this is a city. So for the kitchen, we're gonna make some really long tables that will act as the place where the chefs will cook. And this dog is about to get cooked if he doesn't stop bothering me. I almost said I was a dog hater, but I'm an alpha wolf hater. How are you in my camp? Don't eat my food, man. All right, we got 2 long tables. We could put some candles as well for like lighting up the tables. That would look pretty cool. Have some flower vases as well, just to make it a very nice fancy kitchen. And then chopping boards. I forgot I had these, so we'll do 1 chopping board here, 1 chopping board here, and 1 right here. We can also use some street lanterns, just like this. Oh, also, I have the gray brick table, so let's put these down. All right, and to get some food, we can just get it directly from our garden. So let's drop it all back here, and then we'll set them up in different stations. There we go. We have pumpkins on the cutting boards, carrots on a cutting board, and corn over here, because I don't know if you cut it the same way you do these things. I've never worked in a restaurant. We've got our restaurant now complete. We still have to name it, though. What do we want to name it? There we go. That's exactly what I would name my restaurant in real life. And if we look at it from overhead, you can see it actually looks pretty nice. But now, let's build our church. And I kind of like those longer, skinnier churches, so we're gonna actually do something very similar. Here's where we got the frame. It's a little bit skinny of a hallway, but I kind of had to do that with the obstacles that we have. And then we have more of a longer, skinny building for the actual church. And just like that, we have the beginning to the church. Very rough frame. We're running really low on furniture furniture right now. And there's the dog. I'm not even gonna pay attention to you, man. Hey dear, how you doing? I'll see you another day. Let me also add some cloth frames, and then we can make it white, because there is a verse, I can't remember it exactly, where someone prays to God and says, wash me and I'll be whiter than snow. And so this makes it look just a little bit better. Now, time for our next building, which we are going to be going south toward the rich person house. And we are going to make an opening, let's say right here. And we are going to be building a store. So for context, this is where we are in the city. And this is just how big the city has gotten. We are almost to day 2000 as well, but not sure if we're going to hit it. That's an insane number, man. My highest was like 800 and something up until now. I am running into an issue though. I'm out of wood. I have gotten, I don't know, maybe like 7,000-ish wood, maybe 8,000. I don't know, but we used a lot of wood. I'm surprised I still need wood. But then again, when we saw the sheer scale of the city, it kind of starts to make sense. Dude, what is that? Bro, this is the coolest thing in the world, bro. Okay, let's keep going. All right, we just got 500 wood. So I already started a little bit down here, just bringing it out into a kind of a rectangular shape, just like this. So it's not going to be too big of a store. I found these in the map. These are fruit stands where we're going to be putting our produce. There we go. And then we'll have our checkout stand be right here in the center. But first, let's actually fill our shelves. So I want to have one be of stew. So if you want stew, you could buy stew. And as for the rest of these, I'm not actually sure what we should do. We should find items that would actually be useful. All right, so I did a little bit more of some thinking, and I'm thinking we use ammo for our store. We filled out all of our shelves for the vegetables, and now we just need 2 more items. I'm wondering what in the world I even have. I think we actually might have to do oil. I mean, stew, gun ammo, and oil, that makes total sense. And now we got one more thing to find. What's one more item we could... Yeah, I'm gonna sell this dog. He's 1 penny. You know what? I'll pay you. Okay, I figured out what I want the final item to be, and it's going to be steak. And now we have our store pretty nicely decked out. Not decorated, but we have a whole bunch of stuff. But now we need to figure out how in the world is checkout gonna work, and why is this oil barrel trying to escape? And then we could have these 2 wooden tables be like the conveyor belt. There we go. And so when you come up, you come from this side, put your groceries onto here, bam, it comes over here. And then we need a bagging area, so we will have another table right here, and then the bagger will work right here, bagging all your groceries. And we'll have a nice little flower decoration as well. We could sell a bunny rabbit. Yes, we can sell a bunny rabbit. Where should we put them? With the oil barrels. That makes total sense. A children's toy in oil barrels, man, I have never seen something better than pencils and orange juice. I haven't seen a duo better since this dog and I, because he loves me so much that I have to run away from him every 5 seconds. How are you so fast? Okay, back to our store. You know what? We can actually have street lanterns going all across the store. Yeah, that kind of adds some nice lighting to it. You know what? We can even put a wheelbarrow right here for any farmers who want to buy some. We can also put stone pillars in the corner. I never really found a place to use these, so we can just have them be extra little pieces in our store. And with that, our store is complete. Feel free to buy anything you'd like: stew, ammo, oil, steaks, and a bunny rabbit. And then we have vegetables too, with a nice little checkout aisle, and it looks very nice. And if I zoom out all the way, I didn't know what I was gonna build. Like, not this much. What is this? Just making one last finishing touch to our church real quick, because I found a gazebo in the shop, so that makes it so that the pastor or preacher will be able to be heard a little bit better, being a little bit more elevated. And now the church actually looks really nice. I like it, nice and simplistic. The focus is on the preaching. Very nice. And so this brings us to the entire city now being complete. Look at this. We started out with our neighborhood, to then we made our farm and garden, then our industrial cooker. We built a police station, a hospital, to then building an absolute mansion. We even built one of the craziest oil storages I've ever seen in my entire life, as well as some wood. We filled out another rich person's house with a bunch of cool, nice furniture. We even built a restaurant, and then we built a church, which I actually really like the simplicity of it. And finally, our store. And all in all, a massive city. Thanks for watching and subscribe. But now for the most painful part of the video.